The Beastly Tales, the complete collection, books 1 through 3. Written by M.J. Haag. Narrated by Kline. Depravity. Beastly Tales, Part 1. 1. I wrapped my hands around the cold bars of the massive black iron gate and glared after the smith's sons, Tenon and Splain Colère. The pair cast nervous glances back at me as they scurried away from the beast's shadowy garden. They had locked me inside because of misdirected spite. It wasn't my fault I'd seen what I had. "This is what you get, Benella," Tenon had said, as he had pushed me into the beast's lair. Tenon thought his treatment just. However, the current situation was anything but just. A strand of my dark hair, loosened from my braid by the encounter, fell across my cheek and partially obstructed my view of my retreating tormentors. I shook the hair away from my eyes and took stock of my situation. Outside the gate, early morning mist floated around the trunks of the trees and blue sky shimmered through the gently moving canopy. Inside the gate, neither the light mist nor blue sky penetrated the garden in which I stood. Cast in shadow and eerie silence, the beast's domain welcomed nothing from beyond its walls. Side still heaving, I struggled to quiet my breathing. I needed to leave quickly. Tenon and Splain hadn't departed quietly, and it wouldn't be long before the creature came looking for me. I studied the top of the gate. The iron should have been easy enough to scale, but vines climbed the rock walls and twined with the iron rods. I didn't trust the vines. They tended to move on their own. I didn't much trust the gate, either. It should have been closed and locked. The birds outside the gate fell eerily silent, and my stomach gave a sickening twist as I realized I'd run out of time. I dropped my head and squeezed my eyes shut. The beast had come. A heavy breath gusted across my neck, sending shivers of fear over my skin, and my hands twitched on the gate. In the distance, I heard the mocking laughter of the smith's sons as they raced home. Taking a slow breath, I forced my fingers from the bars and dropped my hands to my sides. I didn't turn to look at the beast. I didn't need to. Once before, I'd seen his dark shape hidden in mist when strangers, worked into a righteous fit, had come to Cornwall and tried to storm the estate. My breath left me when he clasped my arms, and I suddenly found myself sailing over the wall. I flipped, spun, then floated for a moment, before I felt myself drawn back to earth. I braced myself for the bone-jarring...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?